Hello, everybody out there, and welcome to race 36 of Season 7 NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series. As well, this is the finale of not only the chase, but for the whole season as well. And also, just to go ahead and make this announcement, this will be the final race of Walmart Cup Series that's going to be put up on my main YouTube channel. Reason being is because the Walmart Cup Series will be placed on the NNSCRA Sports channel, Seth Cole's channel. Once this race is over, that series will be going over to the NNSCRA channel. But anyways, I am Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Taco Bell 500 here at Armory Digital Superspeedway, where we're about to go 20 laps of racing, and we are going to find out who is going to be our Season 7 NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series champion. As we quickly take a look and we see who is all going to be battling for this championship. Drivers who are mathematically in contention for this championship. 8 total drivers. After the big chase shakeup we had last week at Kansas, David Rivera now only leads by 5 points over last week's winner, Michael Norman, 9 points over Jesse Setti, 19 points over Zachary Fitzwater, 23 points over Chris Michaels, 29 over PJ Williams, 30 over Dorian Facepuncher, and then the last car that's mathematically in contention to win the championship, 32 points out, is James Silverfox. Rest of the chase standings, 57 points out is Stephen Pollard III, 65 out is Chris Washer, 72 out is Charles Sanford, 77 out is Charles Jackson, 96 out is Angel Navarro, and then 100 out is Preston Plord. So yeah, with Rivera, Norman, Setti, Fitzwater, Michaels, Williams, Facepuncher, and Silverfox, all those guys are the ones who are going to be battling hard for this championship. So pretty much scenarios. David Rivera is going to have to hope to finish at least one spot ahead of Michael Norman. Jesse said he's going to have to beat David Rivera by 10 spots. Chris Michaels, 20 spots. PJ Williams, Zachary Fitzwater, 20 spots. Chris Michaels, 24 spots. PJ Williams, 30 spots. Dorian Facepuncher, 31 spots. And then James Silverfox, 33 spots. But as far as what is most likely going to happen, it's going to probably end up coming down to the top 3, Rivera, Norman, and Setti. But anything can happen here at a restrictor play racetrack of this magnitude. But anyways, let's take a look at the top 10 in the starting lineup. Joshua Collard gets a record 5th pole this season. That's the most, I think, of anybody in the history of Walmart Cup Series after Season 1. Because Season 1, a lot of guys who had the poles a lot was because of the ratings being messed up. So I don't really count those. But Joshua Collard with his 5th pole this season. Then it's Chris Washer in second. Then the rest of the top 10 is Dougie Shears, Charles Sanford, Cody Lamas, Jesse Setti, David Rivera, Bob Jones, Benjamin Miles, and Chase Oliver. So 2 of the top 8 in contention are starting in the top 10, Jesse Setti and David Rivera. Starting in the last row will be Jessica Shelton and Seth Cole. But anyways, let's go ahead and get the command to fire engines for the final time this season.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there you have it. 20 laps of racing here at a 2.6 mile restrictor plate racetrack where it's pretty wacky, with a really cool pit road exit with a little kind of tunnel-ish looking pit exit that they're about to come into. Not really like a tunnel, but more like a nice little road here, right there. It's pretty cool. But you can't even see the cars whenever they're coming out until right there. Once they get to the Pepsi sign. Now, real quick, let's see where the other drivers in the top 8 are going to be starting. Chris Michaels in 11th, and then Zachary Fitzwater 20th, PJ Williams 25th, Michael Norman 30th, James Silverfox 38th, and Dorian Facepuncher 40th. But with a restrictor plate track, you can pretty much start in the back and work your way up to the front in no time, as long as you're working together with a draft partner and you're making the right moves at the right time. But for Joshua Collard, he wants to get his first win this season, so that way he can have a bit of momentum going into speed weeks for Season 8 Walmart Cup Series at Daytona when we get to the Budweiser Shootout as well as the Gatorade Duels. Well, also qualifying as well as the Duels and then the 500. So Season 8 will mark the first time ever we are doing Daytona 500 qualifying and then the Gatorade Duels. Pace car enters in pit road, which means we're getting ready to go racing for the final time this season as well as on this channel for this series. I will be making another announcement regarding any future NR stuff for this channel after the race is over. But boogity, 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 let's go racing! Well, that was lap 1, and Charles Sanford led that lap. And already you've got quite a few of the contending chasers trying to get up to the front already. I see Jesse Setti, I see David Rivera. They're both side by side with Kyle Matthews, and I believe that would be for the 4th spot that they're battling for. And I see Zachary Fitzwater a little bit behind there. Same with Chris Michaels. But right now, Sanford is the current leader of this race, but Dougie Shears, with help from David Rivera, trying to work his way into the picture. As I accidentally went too far up. But Sanford so far now has led every lap in the beginning of this race so far. And PJ Williams currently straggling in the back. Same with Dorian Facepuncher. It may be good strategy in case the big one were to occur. But sometimes here at this track, if you lose the draft, you're pretty much screwed. No matter what. But I don't know, they're getting pretty racy up here at the front, running 4 wide. But they can make it work. 5 wide is where it can get a little bit tricky. You might be able to pull 5 wide off if you don't lean. 6 wide, however, is a definite no-no at a racetrack like this. Now Stephen Pollard III goes to the point up at the front. And as I see back there, PJ Williams has just lost the draft, and that is not what he wanted. Then again, he may be staying back there in case a caution were to come out. Because we always seem to expect the big one on plate tracks such as this. But currently, Stephen Pollard III is the leader currently, and he's got Dylan Thoreau behind him, and then the current highest rookie who actually does lead the Rookie of the Year, or Rookie of the Season standings, Tanner Sullivan in third. If he can get a good finish and stay ahead of guys like Benjamin Miles and Jeffrey Rose and Kyle Corbett, who are the closest ones to him in the Rookie of the Season battle, then he'll come away with Rookie of the Season for this season. Now, I know I keep saying season a lot, but it's the truth. But right now, Pollard is hanging on steadily up at the front, leading this race. Thoreau may be one to try and make a move on him to get to the lead. Because remember, Dylan Thoreau, he's in the battle for the 15th spot in the point standings to be the highest non-chaser to finish out the season. In fact, let me take a look and see how that looked. He currently is 15th right now, and he's 17 points ahead of Danny Wells, who fell from 15th to 16th after last week at Kansas. Currently, right now, the champion would be David Rivera because he is the highest of the contending chasers in the field right now. Then the closest one to him is Jesse Setti, and then Michael Norman. And now Face Puncher, who I saw was in the back of the field. Like I said, you could be starting in the back, but with the right draft partner and the right moves made, you could get up to the front pretty easily. And I see Face Puncher is definitely working his way to get up to that point. But I don't see PJ Williams. I think he's fallen way, way back. Let's see. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he just lost a draft. And so far, no wrecks have occurred. So PJ Williams is hoping, begging for a caution to come out so he could be back up here in the main pack and battle for the championship. Stephen Pollard III continues to lead the way. And Thoreau still holding on to second, but now here comes Charles Sanford for second, who led early on. And then there's Benjamin Miles, who is himself is hoping to get a better day than Tanner Sullivan and guys like that, so he could be Rookie of the Season. And Benjamin Miles came close to winning a couple races in the past couple weeks. He almost won Rockingham, UK. And he almost got a good run last week at Kansas. So he's been on a bit of a hot streak lately for himself. If he can finish, if he can get a couple other rookies to finish between himself and Tanner Sullivan, he could get Rookie of the Season. And now here comes Miles for second underneath a Thoreau. And now Miles is getting a draft help from Joshua Collard. Couple more stragglers starting to fall back from the draft. Anthony McCrory and Cody Lamas. And there's P.J. Williams, and man, he is sunk like a rock. I won't be surprised if the leaders were to catch him before the race is over if we get no caution. Because look at how fast these guys are going. They're going up to 200 almost. Yeah, they're at 200 now, and PJ's only going 184 by himself. So I won't be surprised if by the end of this race, if we don't get a caution, that these leaders catch that 5 car. Currently the highest contending chaser is Jessie Setti, and she is many spots ahead of David Rivera. So currently, Setti would be the championship winner right now. And she's trying to work her way into the top 5. And she currently is in the top 5 and 5th. Now going for 4th underneath of Charles Sanford. When they get to the stripe, it will be 2 to go. And there we are. Or not 2 to go, 10 to go, excuse me. 10 laps to go here at Armory Digital. And Stephen Pollard III is just... I don't know if he's blocking the field or they're just not able to catch up to him quick enough, because Pollard has been the dominant car so far in this entire race. And if he would have had a better finish, if he probably would have won last week at Kansas, he would have been a 9th driver in championship contention. But unfortunately, it won't come for him. But he'll get a big boost in the points if he were to still lead and win this race. 9 to go here at Armory Digital. And look at Jessie Setti. She is trying all she can to stay ahead several spots of David Rivera. But Rivera trying to get back up there. But now here comes a couple more contenders. James Silverfox and Michael Norman. They're all up here in the mix. And then the next one I can find is Dorian Facepuncher. He's in the mix as well. And then Chris Michaels starting to slip back a little bit. There he is right behind Johnny Gardner. More stragglers losing the draft. 8 to go here at Armory Digital. Stephen Pollard III continuing to lead the way. Right now, currently, it would be pretty close between Setti and Rivera, but I think Rivera would still be the champion by just a couple of points, because Rivera's right there close to the 22. But Michael Norman, he's right in that mix too. Facepuncher's trying to do all he can to get up there. Stephen Pollard III, however, still leading the way, and now it's going to be 7 laps to go here at Armory Digital. Benjamin Miles still in second. Let's see where the other rookies are last scored. Tanner Sullivan, the second highest, in 14th. So no matter what, it's like if the race were to finish right now, then Tanner would get Rookie of the Season. So what Miles is banking on is for guys like Kyle Corbett, Jessica Villanueva, Jeffrey Rose, and Johnny Gardner to get in between himself and Tanner, so that way Miles could get Rookie of the Season. And now, speaking of Miles, he's about to get passed by Ian Dutta, but Dutta doesn't have a draft partner, and actually Miles had a bit of a slipstream from Trent Dunham to help him keep the spot. And look at Jessie Setti, 3 wide for 4th, trying to get to 4th, and now maybe one to go for 3rd to get a little bit of distance between herself and David Rivera and Dorian Facepuncher. But Rivera still trying to keep in reach of that 22. But now Michael Norman's in there, and if he could get 6 spots ahead of Rivera, then Norman would get the title. So pretty much the top 3 that I said are going to be the main ones, I think, to settle out. The other guys I said were mathematically in contention. If a big wreck were to occur and a lot of the top 3 or 4 or 5 were to have wrecked. Right now, it would be very, very close between those 3, Setti, Rivera, and Norman, as it's less than 5 laps to go. Next time by, it will be 4 laps to go here at Armory Digital, so we're getting down to the wire as far as who's going to be the title winner. Setti currently the highest of the contenders, but the distance is questionable currently. I think she could get the championship right now if things were to play out the way they are currently. But it's still not over. Rivera and Norman still have a shot. All they got to do is just get to a draft and work their way up and get by that 22, or at least be one spot behind the 22 or something along those lines. But man, look at that car. Stephen Pollard III. Nobody's been a challenge to him most of this race. He got the lead, I believe, on like lap 5 or 6, and he has had the lead ever since. It is rare to see a car dominate a play race. And oh, I think I heard a car get the wall. Now it's Chris Washer. Oh, I thought they were wrecking. I thought there was a wreck occurring, but no, it was just the 88 of Washer getting into the wall. But man, those three are within reach. And as I expected, the leaders are getting closer to that 5 of PJ Williams, who unfortunately is not going to get the title. Williams only going 186, while everybody else behind him in the lead are going up to 200. 2 laps to go here at Armory Digital. Currently, I believe Seti would lose the championship by a couple points. Chris Michaels up into the picture as well. I think currently Rivera would still be the champion because Norman is only 2 spots ahead, so it'd be only 3 points. But Seti is going to be the one, I think that's going to be the biggest threat currently to that title. But now Rivera trying to make a line to get to the 22. And now the leaders have caught the 5 of PJ Williams. So now this is definitely going to shuffle the field. And Pollard got held up. Here comes Benjamin Miles underneath for the lead. White flag is out for rookie Benjamin Miles. I don't think he's going to get rookie of the season, but he just wants to win this race. And Rivera right there to the 22. Seti's going to have to hope Rivera gets shuffled away by 10 spots in order for Seti to get that championship. But Seti trying to get up to the front. And now Rivera getting stuck on the high line. Oh man, this is going to be a breathtaking battle here between those two, Seti and Rivera. But I think the deal might have gotten sealed. Benjamin Miles up at the front. Nobody's making a move on him. Coming to the checkered flag. Benjamin Miles, the rookie, the first rookie this season to go to victory lane. Benjamin Miles wins the Taco Bell 500 at Armory Digital. And as I could tell from the results, David Rivera is our Season 7 NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series champion. What a crazy battle at the end between not only for the lead, but for the championship. And David Rivera gets it by, from what it's going to look like, it's going to be 10 points over Seti. Seti was hoping that at one point where she was 10 spots ahead of Rivera, she was hoping it would have stayed that way. But Rivera came back and got 5th. Finished a spot ahead of Seti, so David Rivera has won the championship. But let's take a look at the rest of the results as congratulations to Benjamin Miles. Gets his first win of his career and of the season. The first rookie this season to go to victory lane. Great job for that 41 car. Tanner Sullivan, another rookie, gets second, and if I think with my math, I do believe Tanner Sullivan is going to win Rookie of the Season. So congratulations to Tanner Sullivan. Trent Dunham, great run, finishing 3rd. The dominant car of the night, Stephen Pollard III, gets 4th. If it wasn't for catching PJ Williams, he probably would have won this race because nobody was playing a challenge to him up until they caught PJ Williams. David Rivera, our champion, 5th place. Great job for him. Jessie Seti, so close. This is one of the closest she's ever come to winning a championship. She comes away 6th, but great season nonetheless. Dylan Thoreau, gonna get the 15th spot in points, finishing 7th. Joshua Collard, great job, finishing 8th. James McLeod with a solid run in 9th. And Bob Jones finishes off his season on a high note with a 10th place finish. Rest of the top 20, Dougie Shears, Danny Wells, Dylan Young, Jessica Sheldon, Ian Dutta, Joshua Balkin, Charles Sanford, Zachary Fitzwater, Dorian Facepuncher, and Charles Jackson. The rest of the top 30, Chase Oliver, Chris Michaels, Sean Galligan, Michael Norman, Rue McIntyre, Chris Washer, Preston Plord, Austin LaPlante, James Silverfox, and Matt McIntyre. And the rest of the top 40, Kyle Matthews, Kyle Corbett, Jessica Villanueva, Seth Cole, Johnny Gardner, Jeffrey Rose, Dylan Poteet, Angel Navarro, Pichu London, and Anthony McCrory. Last car on the lead lap was Cody Lamas, and then dead last was PJ Williams on one lap down. But anyways, thank you guys for watching Armory Digital Superspeedway to Taco Bell 500, our chase and season finale. And the finale for races in the Walmart Cup on this channel, because like I said, the Walmart Cup Series will be moving over to the NNSCRA Sports channel for people to watch. Now, as far as the future of NR races on this channel announcement, I am going to be starting up another series. It's going to be a secondary series, except it's only 18 races. And as far as when signups are going to come out, that remains to be seen. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this whole Season 7. Congratulations to Tanner Sullivan for winning Rookie of the Season, and congratulations to David Rivera for winning the Season 7 championship. But anyways, here are your results, rookie points, and final regular standings of the season. And this is Levi McIntyre saying thank you so much for watching. And also, before the results are shown, we're going to see a burnout from David Rivera to celebrate his championship.